Hi, my name is Michelle from the Craft Teachers Club, and I teach craft classes and craft parties for a living. We help crafters turn their art into workshops that make a really good profit. And most of our crafters are actually mobile, like me. What that means is that we go into breweries or wineries or coffee shops, and we teach our classes there. It's a really low-risk way of doing business. But because we're working on other people's spaces, we have to be really careful about the types of projects that we do. What that means is that we have to be really careful about some of the tools that we use. So we won't use power tools, we won't use certain dyes or things that are extra smelly. For us, that means that most workshop teachers don't do things like candle making. But what if you already own a studio space or a shop? What if you are a candle maker by trade? On a recent road trip, I met Juanita from Farm and Ranch Candle Company down in Roswell, New Mexico. And she actually started her business as a candle company. As she was growing her business, she was looking for some revenue streams and decided that having a candle workshop or a candle bar might be a really good way to go. Oh my gosh, she makes the best smelling candles ever. Anyway, because she has her own space, it makes candle workshops really accessible for her. After a lot of begging and pleading, she agreed to get on camera and tell us a little bit more about her business, how it came to be, and some of her best tips. I found her story to be so inspiring as an entrepreneur, and I think you will too. Fair warning, neither of us are wearing makeup. I had just gotten back from hiking Carlsbad Caverns, so neither of us are the most polished. But I hope she inspires you as much as she inspired me. When I first walked into the Farm and Ranch Candle Company, it looked like the cutest gift shop I had ever seen. There were all kinds of candles and gifts, and also bread and meat that were locally grown. And then I found the candle bar, and I had questions like, how did this place start?
So I started the store actually 2.5 years ago in September of 23. And it was just the candle store. And then I just kind of went with it. As customers came in asking for certain things, I was like, yeah, sure, let's try it. We have the room. And so it actually started at the first petition, or what's that thing called? The support beam. And then it moved back. And then it moved back. And then it moved back. And I thought, but I still need my production space for my candles.
Along with candles and candle workshops, Juanita offers all kinds of things.
Like the Mason Cash Bowls started because people wanted to make like a gift basket, but they didn't want to pay for the basket. Baskets are really expensive. And I thought, how about bowls? If I get bowls, they won't feel like they're wasting their money because people can use the bowl. Well, then from there, it just started morphing into more kitchen stuff.
That's great.
And then the people come in, like Elisa's here, she's selling her bread. So she meets her customers here, sells the sourdough bread. I got beef in from a local rancher here.
Yeah.
I get raw milk in from actually Bosky Farms, selling sit down from Bosky Farms once a month for our area. There's not a big enough demand for the truck to come from the company, but there's a lady willing to bring it, so that's helpful.
How did you start teaching candle classes?
It came out of necessity based on people's requests, and I thought, okay, just another revenue stream to keep this place open. And so I didn't do it right away because I felt like I still needed to get under my belt the safest way to do it.
Right.
And based on me wanting to make sure someone takes a candle home that's safe in their home, how can I do that and offer them all the variety that I do? So we backed off on the percentage of fragrance oil that I allow them to put in. We use soy wax so that it's a very versatile wax. I use just 2 vessels, so then I just have 2 wick combinations to have to choose from. And yeah, pretty much morphed into that offering based on making those choices for safety.
So cool.
One of the things I noticed was that the candles in Juanita's shop look very different than the candles in her workshops. So I asked her about that.
Amber jars was the word I was looking for. So then I just made them all cohesive, and sometimes that stresses people out because they all look the same on the shelf.
Yeah.
So then I started editing the label, so at least the label could draw somebody in with a little different icon on the label.
Right.
But the pretty ones are just for the candle classes. And then it also signifies it's different than what they bought on the shelf from me because I do a recycle program on the vessels.
Oh, good.
So they can bring the glass back and I'll give them $2 to the price of another candle. And just signifies the difference. I know this one they made in a class and those came off my shelf.
Yeah.
So cool.
As an entrepreneur, I think it's really important to look at what you have, what you're good at, and what gives you joy. If you get as much joy out of candle making as Juanita does, you can absolutely turn it into a workshop. While I'm not sure that I recommend bringing hot wax into a random restaurant, I do think that there are plenty of ways to make it happen anyway. If you're ready to get started teaching crafts, check out all of our resources in my bio. Happy crafting and good luck.
Because there really is a science behind making candles.